Good evening from Cracker Barrel in Round Rock. So all those people that have a problem with finding parking in Austin, you can just go up the road to Round Rock. So I'm going to park in the back here next to the delivery. And this is my home for the night. So thank you, Cracker Barrel, for letting me park here. I'm going to park right here next to the catering truck. And this is it. It's my home. So back at the Cracker Barrels. It's fine. Actually, I think tomorrow I'm going to go for brunch with my friend who is only like 15 minutes up the road. But I'm too tired to be social, and it's 10 o'clock at night. I was in Starbucks editing video, talking to Harriet on Zoom, and then just chilling in the van, just like refreshing my YouTube page, because then I hit 1,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody, both of you. I'm just kidding. No, I'm so happy. Oh my God, 3 years. 3 years of doing videos, and I finally get to 1,000 people. And I just did them for fun. I mean, it's like, now the algorithm is like, hey, everybody watch these videos of this girl in this van. But anyway, so I'm really, really grateful. And the tiny home tours was amazing. I'm just still on a high. I was like, oh my God. That said, as I'm sitting here in the Cracker Barrel, I didn't even eat dinner tonight. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to go just up the road to I'm gonna work out in the morning, then I'm gonna go eat brunch at my friend's RV. Now this is not I don't even know. I hope I can do a tour. It's like I'm on like this, I want a tour of everybody's vehicles now. But this it's like $1 million RV. I don't even know what that looks like. But it's, my friend was like a former like rock star or something, like back in the day. I don't know. So we'll see. But anyway, so he was down in Galveston for a while and moved up to Round Rock. So since I'm up here, I was like, oh, hey, van people and RV people. So yeah, so before I head back to Houston, I'll go for lunch and then, yeah, just head back. So I don't think I'll go back into San Antonio. San Antonio is 3 hours from Houston, and Austin's only like 2 hours from Houston. So I don't want to go any further. I think I just want to go home after brunch. Maybe just do one or two things in Austin. I do want to ride my bike. I don't have time to go all the way down to Austin, go ride my bike, come all the way up to Round Rock. I probably could. Probably go down super early. I don't think there's anything happening right now in Austin. So like Austin city limits, sometimes that like takes over the entire Zilker Park. But yeah, I think I'll get up super early tomorrow morning, go for a bike ride, but I have to ride the fancy bike. So I think I'll do two laps of Town Lake, then I have to go to Planet Fitness and shower, and then come back up to Round Rock. So I could probably do that. It'll be a Wednesday. I don't think people are working. Oh, I don't think school is in session and people are working this week. I don't know, people. Now I have 1,000 of you to talk to. So how are you all? How are you all doing? How was your day? So please, I love the comments, by the way. Like, it's so cool to like have that interaction and have that dialogue. And I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, let's talk to each other. Tell me about yourselves. If you have a van, or you're thinking about being in a van, or you want to travel somewhere, you have a question about something. I have over 350 videos. And I've got a video on every single national park in the lower 48. That's 51 national parks, 89 Texas state parks, my entire van build. I mean, anything you have questions on, let me know. I would be happy. I see your comments, so when you post a comment, it'll tell me, even if it's a video from like 3 years ago. So yeah, let's get the conversation going. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna have a lot of questions about why does my friend live in $1 million RV? I have no idea. That's cool though. I mean, if that's your thing, mine's an IKEA hack made with Gorilla Glue and duct tape. So, but if that's your thing, you want to drive the Humunga bus, more power to you. It's like, I'm fine, parking in a regular space, but yes, that'll be fun. I'll go up there. I'll go work out in the morning. I'll go for my ride, and then I'll go back up to Round Rock and go for lunch. So, alrighty. I'll see you in the morning. Good night. I feel so out of place immediately. Okay. So these are like $200,000 RVs. And I'm gonna go find my friend's Humunga RV. I don't know which one he is. Let's see. I think it's this one over here. This is so funny. And these people live here all the time. It's crazy. So, let's see. I don't know what number. This is too funny. I don't think it's that one. That one is a... yeah, I don't think it's that one. Oh, ow. Let me go down a bit further. They got cabins, they got mobile homes. Yeah, this is like permanent living here, which is great. I mean, you don't need a lot of space. You know, it's just that, although you are like right on top of the person next to you. So it's like people get rigs, like I, you know, have my rig because I want a nomadic life, but sometimes at campsites, you're literally living right on top of the person next to you. So I don't see it. Let me figure out. Okay, I found him. I'm so lost. All right. He's moving his truck so I can park. All right, where do I park? Where do I park? Okay, I'm backing in. All right, let's go back here. Back in here. Back in here. There we go. That's good?
That's good.
Okay. I feel so out of place here in my van. The RVers are like, how do you get this van in? Anyway, okay. All right. I'm gonna check out this rig. That is ridiculous. I'm in a $1 million RV, so it's nice. Just listening to music, and the music's playing, so I'll probably get demonetized. But anyway, okay, so that's all. Just, I don't know, am I on a different setting? This is kind of professional now. All right, we're gonna go get breakfast and go buy steaks and go make some dinner. Like, oh, that's crazy.
Look on the side of you.
That's totally not my van. Like, yeah, see, I didn't do full electrical, so I'm stuck with a one inverter. All right, goodbye RV park. That was fun. That was good. Spending a couple days just chilling out in my friend's $1 million RV. So yeah, just kind of planning ideas for trips, trying to find like places where you could take an RV like that. I'm like, I'll just drive my van. So anyway, okay, so this is Georgetown. So I'm leaving Georgetown. I've got about a 2-hour drive to the storage unit, drop Prudence off. I'm not going to fully unpack her because I'll probably be back on the road again maybe next week, I don't know, or maybe for New Year's. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, I'm kind of in a holding pattern for a little bit until I can get... Oh my God. Everything's falling. I have to put all this stuff away. Okay, let me sort my van out before I get on the road. So yeah, so now I'm heading back to Houston. So I've got about 1 hour and 15 minutes before I get to my storage unit. I'm going to drop Prudence off, take out a few things to take back to the house that I need, like the Jackery, stuff like that. And then I'll go back tomorrow, because I'll be in Katy anyway tomorrow. So I'll go back to Katy and go out to the van and get the rest of the stuff out. This is like things like my laundry. Like today I'll take my food, my laptop, the Jackery, which I need to plug in a little mini fridge, because for some reason my fridge is my friend said it was probably the coils are dirty, but I had the fridge replaced 2 years ago. My landlord gave me a new fridge, but it was really probably a used fridge. So for some reason it's too cold in the fridge part and it's not warming up to what it should be. But anyway, so I'm gonna go home. I've got a lot of stuff to do at the house. I was planning on coming home anyway tomorrow, so it's fine to stay an extra night. It was great. It was nice to see kind of like how, how RVs are. I've never been in $1 million RV, but it was nice. A little bit too big for me. I kind of like my micro camper. But anyway, so I'm just gonna take the essentials home, go back on Saturday night, grab the rest of the stuff. I think tomorrow, so I don't want to undo the bikes, and I can only take one bike home at a time. So I'll probably take, I don't know, I'm tired, so I don't know if I'm gonna take both bikes. I can always go back Sunday and get the other bike. But I don't know, I might just leave both of them on there, because it is quite cold. It's 32 degrees this morning, so I think I might just ice skate for the next couple days. I don't know what else I have that I can do. Maybe the gym. Maybe start running again like I used to do like in 2020. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm doing the bikes, because if I'm traveling again for a few days next week, I might go out to, like, right here they got Bastrop State Park, they got Bushes State Park. I'm just kind of in a holding pattern for the next couple weeks in Houston, so just to see what's happening. So I don't know what I'll do yet. I do have some videos to work on. I got about 6-7 videos for the last couple of days, but it was fun. It was really nice to get out to San Antonio, to go out and do things I've never done, like Cascade Caverns and Natural Bridge Caverns, which were both fantastic. They were both very different. Natural Bridge is more Disney. Cascade was just kind of in the end of this little RV park. It was great to go out to Muleshoe Bend, which had I had more time on Christmas Day, I would have done 2 laps of it. Spider Mountain was actually fantastic. I'm so glad Spider Mountain redeemed itself. It was actually a lot better than last year. Last year I didn't feel safe. The trails were not well maintained, but now they've hired a crew to actually go through and actually properly clear the trails properly. So, but it's very technical flow. So if you're going there expecting, a smooth Angel Fire lemonade trail, then you're not going to get it. You have to know how to use a mountain bike. You have to have a proper mountain bike to go down that thing. Even though I've done it on my hardtail. My hardtail is modified with a drop seat and air shocks. So it's got almost as much suspension as a full suspension mountain bike. But still, the downhill mountain bike still is not catching the gears, and something is seriously wrong with it. And I'm not really very happy about that. So I think tomorrow I'm probably going to just grab, I don't know, I don't feel like undoing the bikes. I'll be at my storage unit in an hour, and I really just want to go home. I need to get groceries. I've got to just, sort the house out. So I'll go back and get the bikes tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be ice skating. At least if I go back and get my hardtail, because I only have one bike rack on my car, whereas I have a double bike rack on here. So if I go back and get my hardtail, at least I'll have that to ride in the mornings. I'm fine riding in 32, 35 degree heat. 35 degree temperatures. That's perfectly fine. But I don't know. I mean, it's going to be New Year's, and I'm probably going to be doing something on New Year's anyway. So I don't know if it's worth it to bring both bikes back. But I do need to take the full suspension back to REI. They're like, oh, we didn't even need to replace anything. I said, it's still broken, you people. Somebody broke my bike, or either Broken Spoke sold me a defective bike because it's never worked, or REI a week later after I bought it in May, REI decided to not put my back wheel on properly and most likely bent the derailleur. So I don't know what's wrong, but a mountain bike of that caliber and one that is that expensive should not at all have gear problems. It's not catching. There's something seriously wrong with the entire gear shifter and the cog and everything. So I don't know. I mean, for downhill it's fine, but for trail riding it's still a problem. And where the problem is that when I'm riding uphill, even at Spider Mountain, I have to ride uphill a little bit in places, and I'm shifting up into a different gear. I either have to go up 2 and down 1, which means there's something wrong with the tensioner thing, or when I'm going uphill and I'm trying to go to a lower gear, it's not catching. The gear is kind of like this. So I'm so annoyed by it. I shouldn't have, a bike that cost me quite a bit of money that I invested in, that I want to use all the time is still not working, and nobody will listen to me at any of these bike shops. I've been to 5 REIs, and they won't even take a look at it. They'll go, oh, it's fine, we rode it around the parking lot. I said, don't ride it around the parking lot. Ride it up a hill somewhere. Like, even in the REI, they've got little mini, like, mounds that you can, like, practice your shoes on. Like, you can climb up there with your new shoes, and I said, ride it up that and change gear when you get up that little ledge, you know, up onto that stone that's in the store that people can stand on. I said, ride the bike up there and down there, and you'll see when you change gears, it's not catching. So so I'm gonna have to take the bike back. There isn't another REI. I mean, I can take it to, REI needs to fix it for free, because they're the ones, I think, I'm pretty sure from what I saw, what I filmed, getting the slime put in, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that didn't put the bike back together. Now, if Broken Spoke in Santa Fe sold me a sketchy bike, then I need to contact them, because I paid them $340 to fix it 6 months after I got it, before I came back to Houston, and it's still broken. So something is not right. Maybe the bike itself is defective. I don't know. But nobody should be, especially someone with a spine disability, where I don't want to be, I already have a busted spine, I don't want to be riding a broken bike. And I told them that. I told them about REI in Albuquerque, and REI in Santa Fe, and the one that was in Bend, Oregon, and the one that was in Houston. So there's another REI that's down there, Pearland, which is like a little bit further down on the Southwest Freeway in Houston. So I might end up going over there and be like, look, this is the 7th place I've taken this bike. I need it fixed. I need it fixed now, and I could leave it for a few days. But the hardtail works fine. But I want to go back out and do proper trails again on the full suspension. You know, I want to be able to ride Spider Mountain more, because that was actually a really good run. I'd love to go out there more. I've got, you know, parking privileges in Georgetown, so it's not, which isn't that, it's only like an hour or two, you know, not even an hour from Spider Mountain. So I don't know. I just I want to be able to have the maximum adventure experiences from the things that I've purchased to do maximum adventure experiences, and I don't get to, because somebody either sold me a shoddy bike or they didn't put the bike back together, and I don't have the means or the physical ability to do anything to fix it, because I can't, my hand is still healing. I can't use power tools. I don't know how to fix a bike of that caliber, you know. So I don't know. So that's the problem. If not, then I guess I could take it to Sunski Sports, but they would charge me to fix it. They're a little bit arrogant over there. They actually don't know anything. I asked them about BMX bikes, and they had no idea the questions I was asking. And I've raced BMXs as a kid, and I would like to get another BMX so I can go to skate park. But that's a 2024 or 2025 thing. I don't need to have a BMX right now. It's just the Generation X kid in me is like, I want to be like the kid in the 90s that I used to be, and in the 80s riding my BMX bike. Anyway, that said, heading back. So I'm going to drop the van off, take out the essentials. I'm going to go to the supermarket, get food, and then just head home. And I think I'm, you know, just going to chill. I need to get my hair done tomorrow. My roots are coming in, so I'm going to do that tomorrow afternoon and book that session, which will put me out in Katy again. And then I'm going to ice skate in the morning. So I think I'll go to the Galleria for ice skating. I don't know. We'll see. It's $25, whereas I can go to the Memorial City for $8. But Memorial City has the kids using those plastic granny walkers, and I'm not a big fan of those, because they first they go in the wrong direction, and they don't really have people policing. Like, they don't have like a skate patrol out there on the ice like they do in the Galleria at Christmas time. But I would like to skate around the tree. It's kind of a tradition. And the tree's still going to be there probably for another couple of weeks, but I don't know if I want to shell out $25 to go to the Galleria. It's kind of obnoxious. Although one year, I think it was like the year before COVID, the old owners, the old managers of the ice rink, there was a big overturning. I don't know what happened, why everyone got kicked out, all the coaches got kicked out, and now the new management came in. But the old management gave me like the CVS length amount of stickers, like the CVS receipt, which is super long, but the same length of stickers for me to skate for free during the holidays. They gave me like 30 stickers. That was fantastic. But now they've got wristbands and stuff, and even with military discount, you know, military discount, it's like $13, which is not too bad for all day skating. But at Christmas it's $25, and there's no discount for military. So I know that, you know, it's a big money maker for them, but you know, for those of us that are regulars, they don't don't do punch cards at the Galleria, which is a shame because I would really like to be able to go every day again and eventually, you know, get a coach. I've never had a coach. I've just kind of taught myself how to ice skate. But the coaches, I don't like most of them because they're all very much about the money. Hang on, blue sky. They're all very much about the money, and I don't like the fact that nobody will just let me talk to them for 5 minutes about what my spine is like. They just be like, oh, well, we're going to teach you everything. I said, no, I can't do like 7 different things out of the 100 things you can do for skating because I don't have rotation, and I certainly can't do, you know, I probably can't do a Lutz, you know, jump because I can't get the rotation, but I could probably do a loop. So I don't know. It's like I want them to listen to the things that I want to learn because I'm not competitive. I'm not competing, and I just want to be able to do things on the ice properly. It's just that I would like a coach to kind of show me how to do the footwork and stuff. Little things that it's a little bit difficult for me to figure out on YouTube, or there's no YouTube videos that will show me how to do it. So yeah, so I'm still trying to find a coach. But they want the 10-year-old kid whose parents are going to pay $60,000 a year for them not to go to the Olympics. And I've seen a lot of the kids now like grow up on that rink. And for Harriet, like I just have her do it for fun. Like I'd go to gymnastics with her, and all the parents are like, "My kid's going to the Olympics." I'm like, "My kid's in a regulation leotard, and that's fine. We got up this morning. We're good. Let's have fun." You know, I'm all about just enjoy your childhood activities, and if there's something you're really good at, then continue with it. But not like, I would never push my kid to like, you know, you're going to be the best. It's like, just enjoy it, have fun, and be around people that, you know, are good people, and just enjoy doing gymnastics. And then, you know, because chances are probably, you know, it's like my friends that took gymnastics in their childhood, I mean, all they do is like backflips on the beach during spring break, you know, or like, you know, TikTok videos, whatever. It's just they have fun with it. It's just basically learn some skills, learn some cool things to do. I wish there were things that I learned as a kid that I didn't get to learn because it was kind of all or nothing. Like I took gymnastics for a few years, but you know, I wish I would have learned a few more things than I know how to do. Most of the stuff I learned I was an adult, so it's like, you know, I don't push my daughter. She really enjoyed ice skating. I'm really hoping we get back into that. It's been a couple years since she's ice skated, but she was getting really good, and she had fun with it. She dressed up in little, you know, I got all these like little costumes for her from the resale shop for like $5-6, and then she wore a cool unicorn helmet, and she would, you know, make up routines with her little friend on the ice. And it's like that's the stuff that I want my kids to do, is just have fun with it, but at the same time subconsciously be learning how to do a skill so that when she's older, you know, she can go, you know, skate or do gymnastics or cartwheels or whatever and not hurt herself. So anyway, but also it was a mommy and me stuff. It was stuff we did together. You know, I'd like to hopefully get her into mountain biking. I always see little kids out there at Spider Mountain. I think Spider Mountain is a little bit too much at the beginning, but I'd love to take her, you know, to some of the cool bike trails that I do. Just, you know, kind of that mommy and me stuff that you know, we started to do before the pandemic. So anyway, so that's kind of, you know, how it is. But I'll be at my storage unit in less than an hour. Yeah, I'm just going to go home and sort my house out, get groceries, relax, work on videos, and then probably come back out to the hill country next week. I think the first week of January. Yeah, it'll be first week of January next week. I'm kind of not a lot going on next week, so probably going to go back out and hang out with friends, and you know, I don't know, maybe do something New Year's Day. I don't know, we'll see. It's just the weather's perfect. It's cold. It's 32 degrees. It's getting no more than 50 degrees during the daytime, which is perfect. So I want to be outside as much as possible while it's road, and I went to the Joshua Tree, Channel Islands, and Death Valley, and then went over to Vegas, and then went back to Los Angeles, flew back to Houston, had my hand surgery. So I had to have my hand surgery in May. So April was traveling through Southern California, and then heading back to Texas, and then May was my hand surgery, beginning of May, and then I planned the trip to the rest of the states. And then at the end of May, I got on the road and started out in Albuquerque, and then kind of did like a clockwise loop of the northern part of the country. So I ended up going to about 28 national parks, finished all 51 that are in the lower 48, and it was just fantastic. The weather was perfect. California, Oregon, and Washington was super expensive, but I did finish all of the national parks in those states, and then found all these really cool downhill mountain bike parks. I also spent 2 weeks at the beginning of that trip, the end of May. I spent 2 weeks in Angel Fire, New Mexico, at the downhill mountain bike park, and then got on the road. And so then, I did that through May, June, July, August. In August, I ended up in the East Coast. I was in New York City in August, riding my mountain bike through the city, and then started working my way down through the Carolinas, through Smoky Mountains, through Georgia, down to Florida, all the way down to Key West. And so it was fantastic. There's so many places, especially the southern part of North Carolina was absolutely stunning. I just fell in love with so many places I want to be able to go back to, and I want to take Harriet to. Lots of outdoor adventure activities, and one day I want to, explore more of it, whether it's in this van or whether we build a bigger van. But yeah, just to see the U.S. on the road versus flying. Although I did fly 58 times this year, except 4 flights every 2 weeks over 4 flights. So that was fun to fly back and forth on Spirit, to the point where I ended up knowing everybody by the end of it. And then finished off the national parks in September, and then I basically spent the whole of October in New Mexico, in northern New Mexico, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Taos, and back up into Angel Fire. And then the first week in November, I just took a quick trip to Monument Valley, to Navajo Nation. And then after that, I had both the car and the van at the same time. You can see all these videos. I've done videos and everything. And then I just decided to drive the car back to Houston. I needed to drive the car back to Houston. Then I flew back to Albuquerque, spent a couple more days traveling, and then drove the van back on my birthday, the first week in November. And then, since November 9th, I'd been back in Houston. And so now it's the 29th of December. So this was the first trip that I've been on since I got home in November. But I've just been kind of, meeting up with friends in Houston, just going to whatever, boring dinner parties, which isn't really my thing. It was all right for about 5 minutes, and I'm like, I'm not really into just sit around all day and then at 6 o'clock go to dinner. I'd rather do something all day, have fun, be outside, get some fresh air, especially now the weather is fantastic. But yeah, just working on some projects, working on the Hike Bike Alike website, updating that, which I still need to work on, getting my videos done. Had the Tiny Home Tours video came out, which was fantastic. There's over 47,000 views on it, so thank you. And I got a bunch of new subscribers, so welcome all of the new people to my channel. Tell your friends, have them smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. I'm not gonna do. I've been doing digital media for other people, for 200 brands, 100 TV shows and movies, all that stuff for 17 years. For the auto industry, for I don't know, I built over 400 websites and done digital campaigns for all these clients. And when it comes to doing it for me, I'm I don't know, hit the bell. So I appreciate all of you, and I hope that the channel grows, and that I can just share my experiences. So it's really the goal, is just to show the fun places that I've been fortunate to go to in this wonderful country. That I always did international travel for 20 years, and now because of COVID, I've kind of been forced to see the U.S. and I have no regrets. I really, really enjoyed every place that I went to. Many places I'll go back to again, but otherwise, just kind of get out into nature, while the weather is good, before it gets to be 100 degrees again. But anyway, so yeah, just heading back, and yeah, I guess I'll talk to you on the next one. It's just me babbling while I'm driving, but a lot of plans for 2024. I don't quite know exactly what that roadmap will look like. But at least I'm going to plan what the summer will be like. Harry and I can hopefully go on some road trips or go camping, or just work on our little projects that we have, our little digital projects, our animations that she's been creating. So we've got a few things that we're working on. Would like to get back into more of the mommy and me activities now that the pandemic is, I hope it's over. I don't know. One of my friends just got COVID yesterday, and I was like, really? Is that still a thing? So I don't know. I mean, it's still lurking, but I don't really follow the news. Like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything. I don't really, I don't follow the news unless it affects places that I'm going. Like, obviously, if the war breaks out somewhere, I'm not going to travel to that country. If there's, government shutdowns, then probably the national parks aren't going to be open. So I follow the news for that kind of thing, but I generally I don't get into politics or religion or any of that stuff. It's not my thing. I don't have the energy, and I don't need to be consuming every conversation with friends, about stuff that we have no control over at this moment. All we can do is just vote for the right people, but even then the right people may not end up being wrong. They might be the wrong people after all. I don't know. Who knows? My goal is just enjoy nature, be outside, keep yourself healthy, eat good food, be around good people, wash your hands. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, okay, so yeah, I'll be home in about 48 minutes. There's a really, really, really good barbecue place on the way to my storage unit called My Keskas that I might stop at and get some barbecue. But then I'm still an hour from my house, so I don't know. The choices. It's like, who knows what I'm going to do. But the main thing is I need to get home. I've got a lot to sort out. I've got a lot to work on at the house. But it was great. I really enjoyed being out. Had some really, really good steak yesterday. We went to the supermarket, cooked steaks outside on the grill, which I don't really get a chance to do because I don't have a barbecue in my van. I just have a jet boil. So it was nice. We watched some movies and, just hang out with, the neighbors and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's always good to see other nomadic people, even if they happen to live in $1 million RV. It was like, what is this? It was like real marble floors, and the thing weighs 51,000 pounds. I think it costs like $900 to fill up. It's just insane, but it's like, it's the most expensive RV, or most expensive motor coach that you could buy in the US. But there's perks that come with it. You can park for free at RV parks around the country if you have that caliber, like first class style RV. But I don't know. I really enjoyed it. It was nice to kind of see what it would be like to have a 60-foot vehicle versus my little, I think it was 4 or 5 times as long as Prudence. But anyway, so we were talking about places to travel, things like that. But for me, it's like I can pretty much go anywhere. I can get under pretty much any bridge. But when you have something that size, you can't even go over a lot of bridges because it weighs 51,000 pounds. My van's probably 6,000 pounds at the most, maybe 6,300. And I couldn't imagine. But, it's just people that do that full time. It's like, more power to you if you want to drive that. Yeah, it's just that I don't think I could ever drive it. I'm not even going to try to drive something that big.